right, so I promised a couple of variations, progressions on that frontal swing. The first one is going to be from a hinge position. So this is like, I don't know if you're doing like a chip shot kind of movement, but I'm going to be already bent over. Maybe it's a hard putt or something. I don't know, my golf is weak. But I'm going to hinge first, so sit my hips back, soften my knees, and I'm going to do the movement from this hinged position. A lot more core engagement here because I don't have to come into structure as the bell comes up. So I can't rely on my legs and my feet as much. I have to keep that core a lot tighter and stronger. And just be aware, this bent over and twisting is where a lot of backs go blah. So if that's a tendency for your back, be really careful and focus on the progression up to the regular one first, the foundational one, when we're using more of a standing stance. Don't jump right at this thing. When you feel ready, then you can start adding this as a variant in. That seems interesting or enticing for you. But don't rush to do that, especially if your back is vulnerable. Obviously, the progression from that one would just be doing this with weight. So I'm holding on to that strong, neutral spine stance. I'm rotating at my trunk, not trying to bend over and throw a pivot in there. Certainly you could do them that way. I see them done that way. There's nothing wrong with that. My preference though is to keep your feet more square and flat for this one, and there's other places to work on the pivot and on the spiraling, coiling that I prefer. But that's a preference. It's not an absolute. So we have the hinged version. Another one is a full swing. Now, I already banged my ceiling once. Hoping to wake anybody up upstairs. It's kind of late right now. So I'm not going to go all the way around. But when you build this thing up, you can make a full circle. So here, let's do some like little mini circles. So mini circle, I am bending at my elbow, so my circle comes around more in front of my face. Both because I don't want to have a kettlebell kiss on the cheek today, but also from a counterbalancing standpoint, as that bell comes around, notice I have to brace up, and I'll even lean back a little bit. And when my arms get tall, when I throw a big extended circle up overhead with my arms, not locked straight, but will be more straight with the bell passing over my head, then I'm going to have to shift back and forth just a little bit more. As the bell comes down, I'm not going to dip with it. I'm just going to lean back and let that thing ride and counterbalance the momentum. Anyway, I hope that transferred from this little deal. Let's show that full circle alternating directions, which is what I refer to as a ribbon swing. So I'm making this ribbon pattern. But here I'm switching it in the front and then coming out to the side. So a little circle in the middle, back to the swing. Circle, back to the swing on the other side, adding a little loop in the middle. Call that a ribbon. And then we have one arms. So one arm on one side. These can have cleans in them, both from the outside and the inside positions. You can make a full circling clean. Here I'm going to go without that pause in the middle and just do that half circle. The circle is happening at my elbow. And then, yes, we can go boom up overhead. Full circle. That's not a great idea to do. And I see people, I've seen this, switching it off, which is really pretty and fun. So it's kind of like that ribbon, but switching it. You can switch it other places as well. Generally speaking, whenever you're switching the bell, you want the bell floating. So up here, when you engage with it, best not to try to do a quick switch while the bell is down at the nadir of that swing of that pendulum. It's just a place where you're easily going to lose it. So let it come up, float, do whatever you want to do, and then and then switch it over and then do whatever you're gonna do. Switch on the float, is all I'm saying. So that's it. We did a little hinge swing. We did a full circle, small half circles, big circles, and then we did that ribbon. It's just a variant that I like with this. And then we did some one-arm business. All progressions off of the basic frontal, or what I just refer to as the front swing, swinging in front of my body. I hope you enjoyed that. Try some things out. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see or know about. But thank you for watching.